Oh yeah, cutting it close. It's what is today? Today's Thursday. Woo. Starting off on the Santa Ana River Trail. Whoa. Here we go. Good morning.
Good morning.
You too, bud? I'm a local already. All right, so we're taking Santa Ana River Trail to, I'm not too sure where I'm gonna get off at. Probably Orangewood / Walnut. There's a lot of moisture in the air, as it has been this whole week, really, except for Monday. Actually, Monday was sunny. Oh yeah, Buenos dias. Uh-oh, we got some European walkers. See, we all make up our own rules. That's just how it goes. If you can't adjust, then you're gonna run into a lot of problems. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully this lens isn't too, I can't tell if it's getting splattered or not. It doesn't look like it, but I just tried to clean the water off, so I probably smeared the lens. But as long as there's not like a lot of extra I don't know what I'm saying. So I got up this morning at 5:40 and had to start texting work right away, just like very similar, I think, to Tuesday. And then, so it took me a while to get ready, and then my son's been asking me to wake him up, which is really, I don't like to wake him up early, because I know what it feels like to not have enough sleep. But I kept my word. I woke him up and we went and made waffles at the complimentary breakfast. So he got his waffle. I made a couple for the other kids, so they'll have a nice little surprise when they wake up. And yeah. So, last night, I'm my own worst enemy. So I talk about not getting enough sleep, but 9 times out of 10, it's because of my own bad habits. Like, I was, 10:30 would have been a good time to go to sleep, but instead I stayed on my phone until oh shoot, this is where I'm supposed to get off. I gotta make a U-turn. God, we got here fast. But I was supposed to try to get more sleep by falling asleep early, but no, I stayed on my phone until a little past 11, Last time I checked the clock, it was midnight, and I probably fell asleep shortly thereafter. And so here we are. All right, so look at this mess. So I think these cars, let's see what's going on. All right, yeah, this is suicidal right here. So I'm hoping some of these cars are turning, if these guys are going straight, we're good. Some of them are turning right, some of them are getting over here. All right. So that was phase one. There's going to be another one of those days where I need to check my phone periodically. 6:57. Sorry, it looked like 4 to me. All right. What we got? We got a whole lot of cars. It's possible we have pedestrians this early in the morning. Dog walkers. I just wanted to let this traffic get by around this corner. There's always a method to the madness. Oh yeah, look at that Ronfla. Mr. Boulevard. Mr. Boulevard Nights. Shoot, we're not going to make this light. Uh-oh, we got the undercover. Not really undercover, I think that's a repurposed police car. It's probably security. Shoot, man. So this will put us ahead of, so there's another reason also, nothing to do with arrogance. Like going through red lights is very intentional and has multiple reasons. One of the other reasons is it puts you ahead of traffic, so you don't have to take off with traffic. It allows me to get to top speed before the traffic that's traveling the same way I am takes off, you know. Go through the Jacaranda. Let's test our suspension going over the tracks. Oh, yeah. Clear left, clear right. I smell like gasoline right there. All right. Well, we need to wait. I can't tell if there's water on this lens. It doesn't look like it. Assuming you're going straight. All right, we better give the lens a wiper just to be safe. Check the phone since we're going low speed. Let's see. Okay, cool. Do I need to drop anything off at the house for today? Question mark. Oh man, I'm going insane. I really am. But lucky for me, or maybe not lucky for me, but I've been there before, so. So I don't know, my wife, I was gonna do a favor for my wife, but she's not answering yet. But we're gonna go get our Monster and see what's going on. This is a rental yard, so there's traffic through here at this time. This is a hotel, motel. This guy's gonna let me through. I think a lot of people actually, I know there's like, people talk about well, they don't just talk about it, it's real, right? The nuisance of e-bikes in a lot of areas, probably relative to the area and, you know, certain types of people, you know, e-motos and stuff, wreaking havoc in California, Southern California beach cities, like stuff like that. But there's also like a population of people that like, I think like e-bikes besides the people that actually ride e-bikes all the time. So I think there's people that are on the edge of wanting to buy an e-bike, like, oh, I want to get one of those. And so when they see somebody on one, they're like courteous and like interested, you know? So they're nice, you know, like they'll, like that guy pulling back, or you see a lot of people do that, you know? So I think there's e-bike commuter sympathizers. Let's see what's going on. All right, let me. All right. All right, old school, guys and girls. Old school. All right. It's horrible. Horrible. Wait. I need to take a day off of work and just sleep. That's what I need to do. Not really that cold. Okay, we're gonna have people pulling into Starbucks. Oh yeah. Tustin Avenue, or Tustin Street. It's not Tustin Avenue, it's Tustin Street. Gutter. Some people are ghetto fabulous, I'm gutter fabulous. Shit. All right, so far, I have no clue which way I'm gonna go. But I think we want to get off of this street. I don't think I've gone through Logan in a while, so we'll cut down to the Santiago Creek, and then we'll cut back over on Cambridge, take Old Grand, take Lincoln, go through Logan. I don't know from there. Oh yeah, burning the candle at both ends, for sure. When I first moved out here to Orange County in 2010, that's when I first started struggling the most with sleep. And I worked over on MacArthur, and I had an old Chevy Silverado, a blue one. It was pretty nice, like those. I mean, it was a work truck, you know. It was like a Chevy, whatever, the ones that say like 1500 or whatever, I don't know, long bed, king cab. And I was working for research and development, which was my first job that I got when I moved out here. So I was building a vacuum chamber for ultra high vacuum to run experiments on for like this scientist he was out of the Silicon Valley, and we were doing this project where we're sputtering zirconia. So we're like sputtering zirconia particles onto like a substrate in a vacuum chamber, which is a technology. So I understand ultra high vacuum technology, but I didn't at the time. I was just learning that part of it. And then, you know, but all the instruments we had to use to measure vacuum and all that stuff, I wasn't familiar with anything that technical, you know. So it was just like, yeah, I was living in a new place, working with new technology, working with people I didn't know, not getting enough sleep, and just, it was intense. And I'd gone through like a period of not sleeping. Like I had accumulated so much sleep debt that one day, so we had gotten another engineer on the project from UCI. He had just graduated, and you know, he was a really cool youngster, and we were friends, you know, at that point. So it was me, him, and another scientist on the project, and so one day I was like leaving work, and I had parked up on the 4th floor of a parking structure, you know. I take an elevator up to my truck, and I got into the elevator, and like when I was going up, I don't know what it was maybe the motion of the elevator, just like I got trapped, kind of like the elevator, like all of a sudden my vision just shifted and the elevator kind of just rolled to the side and I could feel it moving, and then I couldn't figure out how to get out, and I started like, I don't know if it was a panic attack or what it was, but I guess just like all that sleep debt had finally caught up to me. So I finally got out of the elevator, and then I went to my truck, and I was basically, the only way I could describe it is I was just stuck. Like I didn't feel like I could drive. I didn't feel like I could do anything. So I don't remember like how I recovered from that. I don't think I had my wife, or she was my girlfriend at the time. I don't think I had her pick me up. I probably just like, a lot of times when I used to get like that, I would just meditate, and then I was able to pull myself out of it for a while. It was crazy though. It's like some Fight Club stuff, you know? So when I get tired like this, I'm not like tired, like I don't feel tired like I'm gonna fall asleep. That's the problem. Right. There's that damn dog again. Look at that freaking dog. Attack! Man, it smells like bacon and eggs over here. Where's the oh, it's the IHOP. Say McDonald's doesn't smell like that. I think we can go. Do I need to wait for the light? Really? We'll wait for the light anyway. Let's just go. Jeez. Santa Ana police. Gotta watch right here. It's clear. We're in another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Logan. All right, let's go check on the Pacific Electric Trail project, see how they're coming along. Oh man, sucks. That guy's truck broke. That car again, man. That same little gray car with the dog. Yeah, hit that. We're to 4th Street, Calle Cuatro, it says. Calle Cuatro. Jeez. This truck's gonna turn, but we're gonna go. He's gonna go too. See where he's going. We gotta beat these cars, guys. Walnut, 4-way stop. Not a 4-way stop. Oh man, my pant keeps getting caught in my chain. Now we have to check out all our neighborhoods. Roussel, Pacific Park, Maple. meal. So I do see some little sprinkles on the lens. They've probably been there for a long time. I don't know what this guy's doing. Guy's taking a toke. Alright, we've already gone 11.5 miles. This is a yielder. Right, morning meeting. Cheese May. It's the Cheese May hour. So I still need to maybe do a small biography of the neighborhoods that I came from. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that. So like I've always thought it'd be kind of cool to make a video where I'm filming myself talk, and then we're on the computer, kind of like a reaction channel, but we'll go on Google Maps and then I'll show you guys the neighborhood that I grew up in. And we couldn't find how it relates to some of the neighborhoods that I ride through in Santa Ana. Actually, Santa Ana is most of the places I ride through in Santa Ana, they're very similar, but the neighborhoods I used to run around in probably are a little bit, well, specifically where I lived, where my apartment was like way worse than, I would say. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's worse than most of the neighborhoods I go through. I can't really think of a neighborhood that we ride through that would compare to it. Maybe something more like the Evergreen neighborhood, with not quite as of an intense gang presence. I mean, there was definitely a gang presence, and it was the 90s, but it wasn't quite as, I don't think it was quite as like dangerous as that neighborhood. I got a bug in my eyelash. Venus flytrap. God dang it. Trust this dog. This dog will rip your freaking leg off. Pit bull's gaining on me. tripped out weather. Let's jump out in front of this truck. Oh man. All right, we're getting close to the project. The drainage project. Telling you, good peoples. Good peoples. So they're putting those massive rectangular sections of drainage in over here. So we'll see how far we can get. I don't know how far they've gotten. See what he tells this biker. All right, cool. Thanks, bro. Oops. Just slow down. I was looking at the forklift. With a 30-foot mast forklift. I don't know if we're going to be able to make it through, so wow, what a massive project. So they're filling right here. I've made it pretty far. Look at this. Mighty machines. Get hit with an excavator. All right, so 53 minutes. Let's see what time it is. Oh Lord, it's 7:43. Let's check the Teams chat. Some furry sandals. So this is what it looks like when I wear my camera on my helmet, except for with less head movement. So when I first started riding, I had my camera mounted on top of my helmet. It was pretty, I'd watch my videos and get motion sickness from me moving my head around all the time. If I get to work at 8, that means I only work till 4:30. Whoa. Oh my God, dude, that guy's crazy. Dang, bro. No brakes. Oh man, that guy's throwing rocks. Great. There's a guy crossing the street and he's throwing rocks at these people sitting on the side of the building. So one time I was riding home from work on Main, here, like South Main where I'm at, but up probably about 4 blocks from here, where it's more like a business district. And I hear this guy yelling at me from across the street. So I was on the right side of the street heading north, and he was on the other side of the street. It was a homeless guy, and he's yelling at me. And I'm just cruising, sidewalk cruising. And he freaking picks up a big old rock and throws it at me. From across the street, lobs it over traffic, and it hit like a few feet from me. So I yelled something at him. I yelled something back and acted like I was going to go across the street, and he took off, like walking, like doing a speed walker down the sidewalk. Surprisingly, I don't ever really have too many issues like with people when I'm riding to work. Like, it's been almost 2 years, and it's like hasn't been any dangerous personal encounters. Like, it's always drivers, people in cars are always the issue. Ragers. What's another one? The first encounter I ever had was just right there in that same spot, South Main. I had, there was this guy on a BMX trying to catch the bus. I saw him race across the street to catch the bus. And then as I pulled up, the bus stopped, and as I pulled up to the back of the bus, he was coming around the front. He put his bike on the front of the bus, and then he sees me. There's a white dude with a bunch of tattoos, and he sees me, and he hit me up about my camera. He's like, what's the camera for? What are you filming me for? So I don't remember how I reacted to that. I think I just laughed. And then what other ones has there been? Over when I used to ride by the Dollar Tree on Main. So that's on the, I don't like to call out like certain neighborhoods too much, but it's, I know which neighborhood it is. It's east side Santa Ana kind of neighborhood. And so it's at that Dollar Tree, and that's the one that's got like a recycling center there. It's got like 4 or 5 food trucks, and it's just like tons of street activity. Tons of smokers, and a guy. There was a couple of guys getting into a truck, and one of them yelled at me, and like told me he was going to take my bike, something like that. But I felt like he was just trying to be loud and like intimidating, and you know what I mean, in that area. Like there's so many people around. He just wanted to get that little ego burst, the tough guy thing. Carol. Freaking Carol trying to run me over. In 2 minutes, not really too bad considering. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. Big hurry, she just barely passed me. Oh boy. I'm really surprised though. I'm really surprised. Like I expected when I first started riding, I really thought that when I was making these videos, I really thought that I would encounter more incidents, like more car accidents and drama. But I don't know. I feel like it's pretty chill most of the time, which is good. Yeah, I think at like one point in my life, I probably would have like gone out of my way to like seek that kind of stuff out, and it almost seemed like that's what I was going to do when I first started. You know, when I would see all the homeless people and all the street activity, I thought I would want to capture more of that, because I felt like, you know, there's always an audience for that kind of stuff. You know, car accidents, and it's kind of just human nature, I guess. But then I didn't realize that I was going to enjoy doing this so much, and it's just like, just this day-to-day commuting thing is just what it is, you know. And if I encounter stuff like that, I usually avoid it. You know, a lot of times there is stuff going on in the periphery, but I just keep pushing. Mind my own business. Oh, we're gonna do this. Follow the Lexus through the intersection. All right, my friends. Well, I appreciate you watching my video, supporting the channel. It's getting misty. I'm sure my lens is soaked with droplets of dew. Go, y'all. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. And we will catch you on the next one.